up around 1%. That's going to be 12.55 on the day from yesterday's trading session. That's Netflix. We're sitting at 11.50 right now. Resistance wise, what are we looking at here? Well, we're just going to look at those nice big whole numbers by tens going away up. 1160, 1170, 1180. Once we get up to this $1,200 range here, which is going to be that upper trend line here on our ascending channel, that is going to be the time that we're going to start to look at, okay, is a pullback in here coming soon. We're kind of consolidating right here. You see these last 3 weeks just kind of sitting and circling around that basically 1140 to that 1150 areas in here. So that is going to be something of concern for us. But if we do kind of plow through this and we stay overbought like we are on the RSI here, once we get up to the 12s, then we're going to be looking for a little pullback. So unless we consolidate here, kind of reset the RSI, once we get up to the 12s, we're looking for something here to consolidate. If we do end up pulling back here sooner rather than later, we're looking at 1135, and then we're going to be looking down here right around that 1070 area. It's really kind of 1074, 1075. So basically those low 1070s is what we're going to be looking at for our second major support. If we go into the daily chart in here, you can kind of see where all your volatility has been and kind of what the moves have been for the past few days or so. You can see that we were overbought here for a little while on the daily. This is starting to reset with these 3 red candles in here that came last week heading into the beginning of this week with that pullback. But we're kind of like I said before, consolidating wrapped around right around this 1140 to this $1150 range. So we need to kind of consolidate up here. If not, we keep ripping, then obviously a larger pullback will end up coming. But it looks like our RSI is slowly starting to get reset here, and everything is still staying green. So all in all, not too bad on the week so far, but we need a little bit more of a pullback in here to those, maybe even if we just get down 50 points to about 11 or so like that, then that'll kind of reset the full RSI, and we can start working our way higher. Now you can see once we get below this 1070 to 1075 area right here, there's really nothing to help us until we get to all the way down to 1,000. So that 1,000 point is going to be a big psychological for us, but that is going to be a long ways away. Obviously, we didn't go back and touch that until like March. So it's been about a month or a couple months or so before we have touched down there. And I don't think we're going to do that anytime soon. Now, if we go to the 30-minute chart, you can kind of see what happened in here on the day. Basically, a whole lot of nothing after that big jump. And then towards the end of the day, they tried to tank it, and it just kind of held sway. So 1150 on the day off of this. You can see this big kind of cup right here that you're looking at from that was going to be Monday. So you had that dip from Sunday into Monday, even though the market kind of did the other opposite way. And then you kind of had this nice recovery here for the past 2 days, kind of stair stepping our way up here. So some consolidation coming overall. And if you kind of look at the bigger picture on the weekly chart, kind of the past 3 weeks, those 3 weeks of consolidation on those green candles in here. But a red candle is needed for sure, especially with this weekly RSI. Kind of pull back in here, get a little bit more volatility into Netflix, and then we can start working our way higher. Now, IV, like I just mentioned, has been contracting. So your IV rank is down around 17 right now. $25 expected move within the next 2 trading sessions. Go all the way out to next Friday, right around 44. Go all the way out to your June monthlies. Right around an $80 expected move is what everybody's pricing in. So perhaps by the time we get out to June, we could either basically shoot through those 12s, or we're going to be down here visiting this $1,000 range, 950 range in here. We're going to kind of have to wait and see what happens. Again, it's all going to be news based, but we're still basically respecting this ascending channel here on the weekly chart. So we'll see what happens as we start working our way closer and closer up here to this upper trend line to see if we're going to pull back and bounce off here, or we're just going to blow through this thing once we get up to above those 12s. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.